Sarah Jessica Parker, Alec Baldwin, Daniel Day-Lewis, the creator of Sex and the City, all of these stars, you've heard their names before, but do you know that they have something in common? They all live in the Gold Coast, the place to be in Greenwich Village in New York City. And that's exactly where we are right now. This is West 10th Street, between 5th and 6th. These are some of the most valuable townhomes in all of New York City. And they were actually designed by one of the most famous architects in New York City's history, James Renwick Jr. And this is where we are, 24 West 10th Street. Let's go inside. Originally built in 1856, this townhouse was designed by the guy who designed the Smithsonian. Like, that's the level of provenance you have in this home, let alone the location of the Gold Coast on West 10th. So there's a lot to see here. We've got 9,000 square feet, over 6 floors. So let's start with the kitchen. Now, talk about a house that was built for entertaining, but also for raising a family and for having a generally great time in New York City. We've got over 11-foot ceilings. The width of the house is nearly 22 feet. And you're gonna see the depth because we've got a lot to cover in this tour. And what I love about the initial layout is the parlor floor has everything you need the moment you walk in the door. All the prep space, counter space, cabinet space, and appliances that you need to cook the absolute greatest meal. But unlike a lot of the modern houses that we sell today, where the kitchen can't really be closed off if you're entertaining or catering, this kitchen is open or it's closed depending on how you're living that day in the home. Now, as we move into the dining area, I also want to point out our first fireplace. We're gonna play a little game. How many wood-burning fireplaces, original, can you spot during this tour? Now follow me. To complete the first floor, the parlor floor, we've got this incredibly gracious dining room off the kitchen. So this whole first floor is all about eating and coming together around food. Now this room could be whatever you want it to be. This is a huge room. I don't know if you could really tell, but if you look at the floor plan, I mean, the dimensions here are absolutely incredible. I mean, this is one of the biggest dining tables that I've had in a listing in my career, and it takes up half of the room. Also, if you've noticed, fireplace number 2. Now there's also an elevator in the house, so we could take that, but I want to take the stairs. Let's go up. The second floor of this house has such incredible proportions. I mean, look at these ceilings, look at the moldings. Right now, I'm in the library. Again, it could be whatever room your heart desires it to be. And I love this space. This might be one of my favorite rooms in the house just because of how grand it is and how luxurious it is to have this type of space on West 10th Street off of 5th Avenue in New York City. It's really, really, really something. Also on this floor, you have the wet bar, and then we've got our formal living room. And don't forget, there's a massive bedroom count here. We haven't even gotten to them yet. There's 7 bedrooms, 6 full bathrooms, and 3 powder rooms. Actually, I think I changed my mind. I think this is my favorite room. Just look how big it is. Look at the size of this. There's a huge piano here, and you probably didn't even notice it because the room is so large. Not to mention another beautiful, beautiful wood-burning fireplace. But I think one of the main reasons I love this room so much isn't just how grand it is, and isn't just the incredible size and how much you can do with the space, but these windows. Actually, go outside. Isn't this great? How cool is this? How often do you get a balcony, a small terrace off your living room out over West 10th Street, right off 5th Avenue? You just don't get it. So I wanted to show you this because I love it so much. And I just love looking down into the front garden that this house has and just how classic this is. It just reminds me of the history of these houses on this block in the Gold Coast. Now come meet me upstairs. Let's get started on the bedrooms. I told you there's a lot of them. I love this staircase. It's beautiful. It goes up the entire 6 flights of the house, and you get all this natural light from the skylight above. Now let's check out the primary. They just don't make homes like this anymore, which is why these homes are so valuable this way, because you wouldn't build this again because it would be so expensive to do it. That's why this is like buying a piece of art. Think about high-end art that gets passed on through the generations. This is a generational home. This is a trophy home. It's very difficult to create brownstones like this, especially those that were built by James Renwick Jr. in 1856. The primary suite has equal grand proportions that we've seen in every room so far throughout the house. Great closet space, a gorgeous full ensuite bathroom, and then this floor also has 2 additional bedrooms and another bathroom. And here we are, top of the house, the roof. I love outdoor space, but I love this roof deck even more. The greenery, the vegetation, these incredible views, both north and south. Even the backyard is an amazing amount of outdoor space that's just serene and perfect in the Gold Coast. And that's 24 West 10th Street, our newest signature property. 22 feet wide, 9,000 square feet, 7 full bedrooms. You've got 6 full bathrooms, 3 powder rooms. We've got so many additional spaces. The floor right below us is an additional bonus space. Could be a guest apartment if you want it to be, or a great teenager space, an amazing rec room. There's so many possibilities with this house. I love it so much. Thank you for watching.